The next two forms of associations that we are going to look at is a ternary association and the aggregation. The ternary association is called examination, and in an examination, typically an oral examination, typically three people take place. There's first the student who plays the role of the examinee. Then there is, say, the course lecturer, which takes the role of the examiner. And there is a person doing some notes on the examination, a recorder, a minute taker, and the recorder, both the recorder and the examiner are typically employees, where the examinee is a student. And I have, in order to also include an example for generalization here, person is a generalization of employee, person is also a generalization of student. The generalization arrow, the open triangle here pointing into the more general class. Okay, one view is person is a generalization of employee. On the other hand, you can also say employee is a specialization of person. So you can look from top to bottom or from bottom to top. So the ternary association is in between here. The aggregation that we see over here, the white diamond, is on the class course, and the role names that we see are former and later, and the name of the association is called prerequisite. So let's look at the details. First here for the ternary association, for the examination. Yeah, we have here two students. Ada and Bob are students, and they all play both students play the role of the examinee. Ada plays this role twice, Bob only once. There are employees which serve as recorders or examiners. The employees are called Minerva, Albus, and Severus. So there is one examination each. So in total there are three examinations indicated here by the three rhombs, the three diamonds. So one examination, the first examination here, Ada was the examinee, the recorder was Severus, and the examiner was Albus. The second examination, again, Ada was the examinee, the examiner was Severus, and the recorder was Albus. So for these two examinations, Severus and Albus have switched roles. In one examination you have the combination recorder examiner, and in the other examination you have the other combination. And in the third examination, Albus is also involved as an examiner, Minerva was a recorder, and Bob was the examinee. So let us look at the multiplicities over here. So the multiplicities are all star here. That means there are no restrictions on the number of examinations that one can participate in, either as an examinee, as an examiner, or as a recorder. And this is an allowed object diagram according to the previously discussed, previously shown class model. Let us look at the aggregation over here. It is defined on the class course. Let us look at a concrete example here. The one property I have used here, part-whole relationships, to express the relationship between courses. And the situation that I've modeled here is the following situation. I have here a course, software development, that's a course, and it has a prerequisite, namely a former course. It has two courses that are prerequisites for the software development course. That's one prerequisite, direct prerequisite is a course Practical Computer Science 2, and the second prerequisite of software development is Theoretical Computer Science 2. So this is expressed here by these two links, that software development has two prerequisites, these two courses. And each of these two courses here, Practical 2, Theoretical 2, has prerequisites again. Practical 2 has prerequisite Practical 1, and it has prerequisite Theoretical 1. And analogously, Theoretical 2 has prerequisite Practical 1, and Theoretical 2 has prerequisite Theoretical 2 has prerequisite Theoretical 1. So this is the network of prerequisite courses that are required by the regulations. And prerequisites should typically be acyclic. So it would not be fair to have cycles here in the prerequisites. So prerequisites are acyclic, are without cycles, and this is also a property of, so to speak, part-whole relationships. I'm considering here Practical 2 and Theoretical 2 are part of the software development course, and Practical 1 and Theoretical 1 are part of Practical 2, and Practical 1 and Theoretical 1 are part of Theoretical 2, and this forms a cycle-free graph. That's the nature of the prerequisites. However, the prerequisites, certain parts may be shared. So the Practical 1 is shared by Practical 2 and Theoretical 2. So Practical 1 is a common prerequisite of these two courses, and so these two courses share a sub-part. And this is something that is allowed for the weak form of part-whole relationships. The weak form of part-whole relationship, we will see later that this is not allowed for the strong form of part-whole relationships, the strong form of part-whole relationship, which is the filled diamond here. So this acyclic graph, where sharing of parts is possible, is an allowed object diagram for this class diagram. Certain objects for example, the Theoretical 1 course is shared by Practical 2 and Theoretical 2. This sharing of objects is allowed by the white diamond. On the other hand, it is a part-whole relationship, and a part-whole relationship is always acyclic. A part-whole relationship is acyclic on the object diagram level. As we see here, a part-whole relationship can be cyclic on the class diagram, on the class model level. So these were the two relationships, the ternary relationship and the aggregation, the weak part-whole relationship.